the volume up in this. Right about there. Just getting everything ready. If you came in, you're watching this on YouTube. I don't know if I'm gonna post this to YouTube, but if I am, please like, subscribe. Probably will. Excuse the cough, still got it. And let me go ahead and get to my channel here. There we go. I'm just finishing getting set up here. There we go, with the volume up from this. Oh my God, real pinball, that's it, Mr. Morningstar, how you doing? This is why I have the name Pinball in my name. Let me go grab my water real quick, I'll be right with you. All right, just getting my water here. Making a cup of coffee also as well. How you guys doing today? Got my pinball show shirt on. It's backwards though, I'm sure. This is the Golden State Pinball Festival. They have it up in Lodi. Where you at? Hey Nagash, what's up? So I don't know if you'll be able to see the ball so much, but you'll be able to hear the sounds and stuff. I do eventually, when I get my computer, get webcam set up, they go right over the playfield so you can see it and do some pinball streams as well. Yeah, how you guys doing? Doing good? That's kind of why I have a few, like my Windstream pinball emote. This is why. This is one of my hobbies, pinball. I love it. I love it like I love Clash. So, and now I can, if you guys redeem, I can show you I'm taking a drink on stream. How are you guys doing today? Can you hear me all right? You able to hear me fine? What about if I start dancing? Is it too loud? I can turn it down too. Can you hear me? Is this too loud though, the pinball? Can you lower the volume? Probably a little too loud. I think I can turn it down just a little. Here. I think it's better. A little loud, is this better? Can you hear it all right? You're going to hear the mechanics though. That's just going to be loud because it is loud. That's how pinball is. And this room I'm in is kind of hollow, so it probably echoes a little bit. Can you see the ball at all? A little bit. How's it sound, all right? Can't see the ball? Yeah, see, I need to get a camera that will. That's how they do it. They overlay like that on an overlay. So we'll get that eventually, but I'm just trying to have a little fun, do something a little different today. It's just before an hour, mainly to talk, just have pinball in the background. Yeah. See if I can get it a little bit angled better. This is just a fun stream. You're not gonna be able to see it too much, you just hear it or whatever. And you can see me, I can talk, I can go onto the screen. Just like that. Just having fun. Do an hour stream real quick. And then I gotta go to my girls' school. But I just wanted to do this for something different. I was gonna play Slither IO this morning, but I decided to set this up. Let me message Yeti so he goes on live. Yeah, the pinball streamers have a camera that hovers right over the playfield and it's angled straight down. And we'll get that, and then you can see the ball pretty good. It's still hard to see because it's so fast a lot of times. We'll get it. Let me see if I can move this. Maybe the other way. Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to be able to. Can't zoom on Twitch, right? Can you zoom the camera? I don't think you can zoom when you're in real life. I'm learning. Yeah, I can't zoom. But you get the essence of what's going on, so that's cool. This is how my amateur streams are going to start out, I guess. They're going to start out amateur, and hopefully we get them pretty professional by the end of this venture. How's your update game playing going on Clash, Nagash? You got everything going how you want it to? Everything upgrading or what? Are you finished? Are you one of those guys that have all the books and everything that's finished already? Stood at the cop. So we'll try to get a multi-ball going here. So this is after the roller. This pinball is modeled after the Roller Coaster Tycoon, the popular game. Just gold pass for the giveaway. Nice. Yeah. I pretty much only buy the gold pass and the event passes. That's it. So let's see. Block the second ball so you get that right ramp shot, which is right up here. If I make that, it'll start multi-ball. It's pretty cool. So I'm having pretty a lot of fun doing this streaming stuff. Try to get that shot. You can also start the multi-ball. There's a shot that is right flipper. You want to let the ball go down. There's a flipper right here, and you can shoot into this rocket shot that'll go up here, and it'll start multi-ball as well. I haven't played pinball I own a pinball machine. I haven't played this in a long time. I haven't played it all year. So my skills are probably like my attacking skills in Clash right now. Subpar. There's multi-ball. You can see the DMD and you listen to it. Multi-ball! Now you try to get jackpots by hitting the ramp shots. So I got one jackpot there. One more to go. Oh, I lost all the balls except for the one. That's good. Oh yeah, my skills are terrible. I really can play pinball though, if I get in practice. All right, there's that game. Let me go grab my cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Let me give you a shout out too. You get a sham one. Good morning, star shout out. Let's give the guys a shout out because we're gonna get him streaming someday. Be right back. Grab my coffee. Alright, got my coffee. Got my Mandalorian cup. Who's a Mandalorian fan? Oh yeah. I'm 100% nerd. Yep. Let's see here. Alright. We get another game in. Let me grab a drink of the coffee real quick. Mandalorian. Pretty cool cup, huh? I like the cup. Oops. Yeah, that's good. See if we get a mode started. No, too short. Alright. So I can get a mode started by shooting through the pops. I missed what's going around. Yeah, here. So this will start a mode. Power ride. You'll get 2 balls right here. 2-ball multi-ball. You'll try to shoot all the ramp shots or the roller coasters. Anyone play roller coaster tycoon at all? You know what's popular on the computer? Anyone play that? I used to play roller coaster tycoon on PC. Matter of fact, I might stream that sometime. Hey Rhonda, welcome in. Just goofing off with a little pinball stream. Where my nickname came from. How you doing today? Use that. Power button. Get a shot on. Oh, I'm doing a lot of hitting nothing. You want that sound, that ee-haw. That means I'm hitting the ramp right. I lost one of the balls. Hold on, let me hold the ball in the chat. Oh, I lost it. Okay. I'm trying to listen while running errands, but I hear nothing. You can't hear the pinball at all? What about you, Nagesh? Or are you just saying you can't hear nothing because you're running errands? Yeah, I got you. I'll type to her. There you be. Too short on that. Your car wasn't connecting? Oh, yeah, I understand. Just playing some pinball. This is where my nickname comes from, if you can hear me now. Oh, lost the ball. Let me see if I put this like this at the chat. It'll get bigger. Oh, I have my screen locked. Hold on 1 second. Turn that on. Okay, so no, I don't think I can do that. Got to drive now? Okay. Don't crash. Pay attention to the road. I do watch some streams when I'm driving though too. Not really watching, but have them on, more listening than anything. I love Twitch. I spend all my time on Twitch, I guess, entertainment-wise. Drive safe. Here's the rocket. The ball shoots up here. It'll go down this ramp. Then I'll launch out this other ball, kick it out, and it comes around on this blue ramp. Excuse me, still got top. Shoot the right ramp. Oh, I missed. Alright. Yeah, anyway, this was just a test, but I don't think you can really see the pinball. Real pinball streamers have a camera that hovers over the playfield, and they have overlays. So when I get a computer, I'm going to try to get that set up so I can do a real pinball stream. This is just more for fun. Got the pinball shirt on. This is the Golden State Pinball Festival. We got a drink. But yeah, we're just having fun. This is just experimental. Well, welcome in. Thanks for everyone that's hanging out and lurking. I appreciate it. See, my pinball has a little beer holder right here. I have tokens in it right now. Power ride. Here we go. 2-ball multi-ball. You try to shoot this ramp and this ramp for points during this 2-ball multi-ball. Cool. It's fun. It's probably one of the better modes of the game as far as modes. A mode's like little quests you got to do within the pinball game. There's a lot of rules to pinball people don't realize. So whenever I shoot these ramps, if you're familiar with Roller Coaster Tycoon, it increases people in your park. And it does on this game too. So like my guests right now, it'll come up on this, is 1,735 guests in my park. So you're building a park. Yeah, it's not Fishtails, your favorite game, Yeti. Sorry, I don't have a Fishtails. But I plan on getting a virtual pinball and or building one eventually, maybe in a year or two. And we'll stream that too, and you can play Fishtails. You can play almost every game that you've ever heard of virtually. It's pretty fun. And they build them in full-size cabinets, so I'm looking to do that. Right now, if I want to start another mode, I gotta shoot between those pop bumpers and get the ball to come back there like it did. I didn't shoot through there wrapped around the other game. Dunk the dummy. So now you want to hit these targets up here, and that'll dunk the dummy. You see the dummy right here? He'll be shaking. So now he's shaking because I hit him, and that gives me people in the park and points. Oops, yeah, this game's pretty fun though, and it goes right along with a video game if you had it on your PC. Like I said, I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon a lot. It's kind of what brought me back to video games. I guess I started playing that, and when I was like 37, I started playing it, I think. I can't remember exactly when, but it kind of taught me about MAME, which is the multi-arcade machine emulators that they run, so you can play all the old arcade games like Pac-Man and Frogger and stuff. And then when I was on there studying about that, I got on to Rec Games Pinball News Group for pinball, and I started getting involved with that. And then I went and bought my first pinball machine, which was a 1990 Williams Funhouse. So I don't have that machine anymore, but it was fun. Playing? Shoot the handyman. Oh, this is clean the park. So I want to get the ramps to get the park dirtier. And then I want to shoot behind that target, and that'll dunk. Or that's the handyman. That cleans up the park with a broom, if you're familiar with the game. So I want to max out the rest of the park first, and then hit the handyman. So you shoot these ramps, dirties the park, you hear the puking. Shots are off. I haven't played for so long. Oh, now I started do back time, which is the little ghost that you hit on this ramp up here that you probably can't see on stream right now, but go like this, get the park going. Now I want to get that handyman, which I just did, and now I got 1 million points and 1,000 guests to my park. And now I have do back time, so I want to hit that target, which is right there, right there. Oh, lost it. So how's everybody's day going? What's up, Space Jump? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Appreciate if you can hit a follow. I stream a variety of things. Slither.io, Clash of Clans. Now I'm doing pinball. Probably do a pinball show later on this year. Thank you for following, man. I appreciate the follow so much. Thank you so much. How's your day going? Yeah, I'm a new streamer. I just started streaming a few months ago, and I'm just streaming off my iPad and my phone right now. But I'm looking to get a computer after taxes, and then yeah. just having fun with it. It's a good time. You play pinball? You into pinball? Thanks, yeah. I got some emotes too, I'll show them. I got some pinball related ones. I'll spam all my emotes. Some Clash ones. We'll get some other ones too. There we go. There's some emotes right there. Oh, I missed a couple. I missed my gold pinball and my silver pinball. Yeah, I got a couple machines that I stream on occasion. Oh, cool. I'll follow you then. Let me give you a shout out. Give you a shout out here. If anybody else wants to watch some pinball. Space Junk streams. What games do you have? I don't have a real streaming setup. I was just doing this kind of example. You can't really see the ball, you know, like you real streamers. But eventually I'm going to get one. Let's get another game started. Jaws? Oh, nice. Oh, okay, I know all those games. Star Wars, Dungeons and Dragons, Jaws. You got the 50th, you got the nice one, man. Nice. I love Jaws. I played it at the Golden State Pinball Festival this last year, and I had a really good time on that. And California Extreme I went to. I live out in California. So if the Golden State gives me permission, I'm gonna film the show. If they don't give me permission, I will film the campground at Golden State Pinball Festival and my trip up there and stuff like that. I might sneak a little bit of the haul undercover. But if I get permission, then I'll stream inside the show too. Show everybody what it's about. Nice, nice. I don't think I've ever done a death save. Looking good, I'm waiting to drive through. No, it's okay. Yeah, no worries, Ron. I appreciate you just lurking. Thank you so much. Do you go to any shows at all, Space Junk? Sorry, Space Junk, that you can't really see the ball on the playfield. Like I said, I don't have a real setup yet. I am going to get one though. It's all coming. Just need a computer, streaming computer. I just did this more to show the community that I have so far, kind of where my nickname came from, Pinball Lou, because they might not know. I primarily have streamed Clash of Clans. That's a mobile game that I play a lot. And I'm kind of involved in that community and have been for quite a few years. Yep, you gotta start somewhere. That's how my stream is. It's starting grassroots. I'm just streaming off my phone and my iPad, you know? But we'll get there. We'll build it up. We'll get it more professional. I made all these emotes myself the last week and a half using ChatGPT, believe it or not. So that was kind of fun. I have a YouTube channel too. If you put in exclamation YouTube, it'll come up. And it kind of, I don't know if you're interested in making any emotes or if you had a made or whatever, but if you want to make any more, I did a couple streams showing how I made a couple on ChatGPT, just to give an idea. Like I said, I just followed you. I'll check out your channel though when you're streaming, and I'll check out your emotes and stuff like that and see what you got going on. I watch some of the pinball streamers, like Laser Los. Do you know who he is? I watch him, and there's a few others that I found. Let me see, someone type something. Let me see what it is. Hold the ball. Yeah. Thanks, man. It'll be fun to see your stream's progress. Oh, I appreciate it. And like I said, this is my YouTube. If you're curious about making, there's a couple videos that I just posted. I have a Discord too. If you want to get in there. I'm going to add a pinball channel. I'm going to add a pinball channel today. Or Arizona Yeti, I don't know what you're doing. You could do that too. That'd be cool because I didn't even think of putting pinball in there. Gonna get a pinball channel, Slither.io channel. I think I added the Slither.io this morning. And a Clash, just a Clash specific channel. Yeah, building a community is fun. I'm having a fun time streaming. I see why people do it. It's a lot of fun. I love the chat interaction and talking to people. Through Clash of Clans, I've met a lot of great friends in that area. And so you can meet a lot of cool people online. You know, it gives you kind of access to the world, people that you can't be physically near, like in the same city or whatever. You can become friends with people that are all over the world, which I really like. I think it's neat. Whoa, Matt. Grab a drink here, my coffee. So you got my Mandalorian cup. Anybody Mandalorian Star Wars fans? Let's hear it. Oh, that's a good cup of coffee. Next, you want to hit the flashing targets on the flashing lights, basically. And you want to hit them 4 times for this mode. It's called Dancing Digits. You hit them 4 times, then you stand up. Like there's one. And it adds guests to the park, and then you complete the mode by hitting all four shots. Oh, I missed it. Ah, I lost it. Anyway, I haven't played for a long time. I haven't even played pinball this year, so this will give me an excuse to start playing again. I usually play a lot better. And this game's pretty easy. Like I should be able to get to the wizard mode if I concentrate. Yeah, it's cool. I bought this brand new back in 2002, I think. And they were a lot cheaper. This cost me new about $3,500 brand new. And now they go for like, I want to say $8,000 for the lowest. Now they have tiers of models. They got a Pro, which is like a stripped down model, and then they have a premium. I think they're about $6,500, and I think for $8,000 they have a premium, which has all the bells and whistles on the game. And then they make a limited edition where they change the art, and they put instead of plastic on the back glass, they put a real black glass in, and they do things like that to make it a little more special. You know, so, but those are like 11,000, I think now, and it might be 8,500 for a premium pinball. I don't know. I haven't bought one in a long time. Kind of, the market got really pricey there. But I've bought 2 pinball machines, and both I paid around $3,500 for. I ended up selling one. I used to have a Simpsons pinball party. Regret selling that. I was trying to do a shirt business. And I wanted some funds, so to free up funds, I sold my Simpsons pinball machine for like about what I paid for it, I think. But now, if you have that machine, it's worth about $8,000 on the used market for a used one. But yeah, it's a nice game. I like it. It's a lot of fun. I like that it's family friendly too for my kids when they were younger. So yeah, I've owned a couple games that weren't family friendly. They're not that bad though. I'm plunging way too soft. There we go. This mode you want to hit, you don't want to lose the ball that quick. You want to hit these ramps. So we get another mode started. So to make another mode eligible in this game, you want to hit this ramp right up here, which comes around to the blue ramp, the blue roller coaster. I don't know why it doesn't. And haven't played for a while. My view, my switch up there must be a little finicky. There it goes. Searching for a ball. There it goes. Yeah, I've never really tried a death save. I should. I mean, I have a machine. So what he's talking about, the death save is when you hold up your left flipper when the ball's coming down here, and then right when it's about here, you hit the machine like this with your right wrist and pop the ball up onto this flipper. It's illegal in some tournaments, but it's pretty impressive when you see it done. They call it a death save because the ball was already considered lost, but you can save it that way. There's a lot of different maneuvers you can learn with the pinball. It's not just hitting the button. It's when you hit the button, how you hit the button. Like if a ball's coming down the playfield and you have the flipper up, right when it hits the flipper, you let go and it just stops all the momentum on it and it stays on your flipper. It's pretty wild. What am I doing? Oh, you know, look what this is. Fancy digits. Yep, I play pinball, Pin. That's where my nickname came from. How you doing? Let me give you a shout out. Give me 1 second. So Penguiny is a streamer of Clash of Clans, so if you want to check him out, let me give him a shout out. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just kind of goofing off with a short pinball stream this morning. Yesterday I did Slither.io, the snake game I play. So yeah, I'm gonna just hit a little pinball, but you can't really see the ball too well this way. Real pinball streamers have a camera that is hovering over the playfield straight down, and then with overlays and stuff like that, they'll throw one here, they'll throw one on the DMD, and then they'll have a webcam, you know. So we're gonna get that. Once I get the computer and get some setups, we'll have different overlays and different setups for different things, depending on what I want to stream. But yeah, but if you're not following Penguiny, make sure you give him a follow. Everybody's following Penguiny though. He's pretty damn popular. Wait, we got someone else in the chat. Let me hold the ball. Oh yeah, that's a band. Yeah, it'll be cool. You can check out, there are some pinball streamers. Matter of fact, someone just stopped in. If you scroll up a little in chat, maybe you can see it, Space Junk. He says he streams pinball, so I followed him and I'm gonna check out his stream next time I see him live. That'll be fun. There's quite a few. There's a guy called Laser Los that's really good at pinball. There's a guy that's kind of like designs machines now for Stern that started out streaming on Twitch, and now he designs pinball machines for Stern in Chicago, which is pretty cool. And yeah, his name is Deadflip on Twitch. So he's real popular, and now he's a pinball designer. He turned it into a flipping real career designing machines. Pretty cool. I don't think he's designing right now. I think he's more of their like public ambassador kind of media person. I think they made him that. But he's designed a couple cool games, like Foo Fighters. He did Foo Fighters, I think. Yeah, I'm a little out of the pinball loop. I'm not as heavy into the hobby as I was. Kind of took a step back. Yeah, but Deadflip's pretty cool, but I don't think he streams that much on Twitch anymore. I think he streams on Facebook or whatever, on Stern's Facebook page. How's your upgrading going? Are you maxed out, Penny? Did you have books and everything? Yeah, so that switch in there's not good, it must be. It's the second time it hasn't registered in the rocket shot. It did the first time, I don't know. I'll check it out though, I'll have to fix it. That's the thing about pinball, if you don't play them, things kind of go wrong with them. And I haven't played in a while. How's your clashing going though? Is it going good, Pim? jackpot or two, and I'll read. Upgraded a decent amount. Hold on, once this multi-ball's over, I'll read it for you. I see why you guys stream though. I'm having so much fun streaming. It is a good time. Alright. Upgraded a decent amount, but not maxed yet. How about you? Yeah, the only thing I did is I haven't done much. I wasn't even maxed out pre-update. I still had bombs to do. And I still needed to upgrade my queen and my king. So that's where I'm at. I don't really buy packs. I just buy the gold pass and the event pass. But yeah, I upgraded. I got my witch upgraded. I got my E-Titan upgraded. And I have a book of building, or a hammer building and a book of building. So I'm probably gonna do my pet house in one of the spell towers. Yeah, that's where I'm at. The extra ball. Let's see if we get it. It's the right here. But yeah, I haven't played pinball, so my pinball skills right now kind of go on with my attacking skills in Clash. Not good. There's the extra ball. Alright, come on. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm losing the balls what I'm doing. Let me grab a drink of water real quick. Check out my pinball shirt from the last pinball show I went to. Probably going to stream a pinball show this year, Pin. Do my drive up and then show the actual show and stuff and kind of give like an in real life experience for a pinball show where they have like hundreds and hundreds of machines set up. It's pretty cool. And then I go to another one that does pinball machines and arcade machines in Santa Clarita where they played the Super Bowl. It's in the hotel right next to where they played the Super Bowl this year. So yeah, I'll probably go to that too, and I'll probably film that also. I need to get a gimbal though to do that, so it's not so bouncy. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it should be a good time. It'll be fun. There's like a news group for pinball called Pinside. And so I'll probably post like a thread there too to bring some of those people into my stream. It should be fun. I'm pretty active on that forum where I was. I haven't been into pinball too much lately, so. I go through phases what I'm into and then bounce back to it. But I don't think streaming's a phase. I think I'm gonna stick with it. I like it. And I'm just trying to have fun with it and interact with chat, which I have a lot of fun doing, so, you know, it's cool. I like the social aspect of it, you know. Meeting people online is pretty neat. You can meet people all over the world that you can't really meet like in your hometown or whatever. I like that. Yum, yum. So that's another thing I did. Right when the ball was coming, I flipped. So it met the flipper at when the flipper was at its peak and the ball shot out down here, it stopped the momentum of it and allowed you to keep the ball in that flipper. Another pinball move. Move back time. So you want to hit up that rig, hit the drop target that drops down, the ghost that increases the payout. Multi-ball's lit, so if I shoot the right ramp, I shot in there. Oh, it recognized it this time. That means that switch is just finicky. Probably just needs some adjusting. Multi-ball, let's go. Hold on, I'll read what you wrote in 1 second. There's jackpot. Let's get another jackpot. You get all the jackpots that are lit, which is probably hard to see for you guys. There's 3 of the ramps. Let's see if I can hold it. So if I shoot this and it spins around, that'll light a jackpot. And if I shoot up there, it'll light a jackpot. Then it'll light super jackpot, which is this red thing right up there, the rocket shot that you shoot up for the yellow habit trail. Those are called habit trails when you have wires that are above the playfield. So let's see if I can get this, which I did. Let's see if I can get that. Try to get the one on the left, which I just got. Now it lights the super jackpot. You can maybe see the red up there. Oh, I lost the ball. Damn, sorry. But it lights that up for the super jackpot, which I just got lit right before I lost the multi-ball. Man, I haven't touched a pinball machine forever. There you go. You need to come over. We'll drink some beers. I got a beer holder in my pinball machine right here. We'll drink some beers and have a good time. You're a little far though. I'm way out in California, so I'm not exactly sure where you're at, but I think you're back east. Midwest, you're east, I'm not sure. Where are you? What state? Nevada? Oh, you're not that far. What part of Nevada? My sister lives in Henderson. My sister lives in Henderson, Nevada. So I'll go out and visit her every now and then. Yet he just said the other day he needs a Vegas trip. So I said, oh yeah. I want to go out there. They have a Pinball Hall of Fame on the strip now. That I heard some of the machines are ran down or whatever, but it's still something I want to see. They have a really cool sign that says Pinball Hall of Fame right on the strip now. It's pretty cool. Oh, New York. I misread it. I thought it said NV. My bad. I have 53-year-old eyes. These glasses don't seem to help too much. New York, yeah, you're a little far. I want to go to New York. I've never been there. You like living there? Do you have a car or do you just commute with all the public transportation there? I heard it's very expensive to have a car. Grab another drink of coffee there. Do you have a car in New York? Or do you just use the public transportation? Let me read. I have a car, but I'm in Buffalo, so it's not that. Oh, okay. Couldn't imagine being in New York City, though. Yeah. I heard a lot of people, like I was talking to my daughter about it. She wants to go to New York. It's like, yeah, I maybe want to live there. I'm like, oh, that's pretty far. I don't want my daughter, she's just turning 18. To be so far from us, that'd be crazy, but she's her own spirit. Anyway, that's off topic. Yeah, but she was talking about there's public transportation, and then you can just get like a little scooter and get around, and everything's so close. That's what she thinks anyway, but she's only lived out here where it's kind of rural. Buffalo. All right. That's cool. I've never been to New York. I want to go. I really want to see like Times Square and Madison Square and Central Park. I'd like to go to New Jersey too, Coney Island, check all that out. Yeah, we'll see. My wife's working, she's a teacher, so it's kind of, and we have our kids, our oldest is just turning 18 right now in March, and then we have a 16-and-a-half-year-old too, so we're kind of waiting to travel. Just the wife and I do some traveling, I think. Coming up when they move out of the house in like 10 years, however long it takes. New York City is pretty cool. At some point I want to go around Christmas. It's supposed to be really cool then. Oh, that would be neat. Yeah, with the Christmas tree and the ice skating, that would be cool. I feel you. I need to clean this game. It's pretty dirty. I haven't cleaned it. So you need to clean the pinball machine every now and then. The rubber comes off and the little pieces are sitting around the playfield. So you can see the ball interacting with it and doing unusual things. And I don't know why it's sitting up there. Oh, there's something on the playfield there. It just needs to be wiped down. Use this stuff called Novus that you buy at like Harley dealerships for cleaning plastic and stuff, and that's what you put on the playfield and wipe it off. It gets all the dirt and grime, rubber, everything off the playfield. Just depends how much you play it too, how often you have to do it. Let's get the lock. Oh, this is shot right here. This ramp. You can see there's a ramp right here where this flashing is, and it loops around and up, and it goes up top here and then drops in here. If I can hit it, I'll show you. That's not how you do it. That's how you don't do it. That's how not to play pinball. Reminiscent of how I show my attacks, how you not to do them on Clash. Boy, I have fun with Clash. I'm not the best player, obviously, but it's fun. That game has legs, man. 13 years, that's crazy. I really believe it's going to be around for another, at least 10 to 13. I think it'll do another 13 years. That game is just, that game, this is why I like Clash of Clans. That game, before every attack, I can feel my heart rate. Like if you see Carbon, you know, who's really good at the game, and he puts that heart rate monitor on, you can see his heart rate go up before he does any attack, no matter what it is. And that's what I think is why the longevity of Clash has lasted so long, is that feeling it gives you, you know, that dopamine rush right before you go into an attack. I think that's part of the reason that game's been around so long. It's just a great game. Yeah, this game needs cleaning. That's why it's not registering sometimes where the ball's at. That's it again. Another bad game. Yeah. But yeah, I'm having fun with the streaming too. I got my YouTube up. I've been posting my VODs, pretty much not edited. I edited them a little bit in YouTube Studio. But when I get a computer, I'm going to try to make some good videos and stuff for YouTube. And I'm just doing it for fun. I just want to build a little bit of a community just so I can go out and stream and have a good time. It's a lot of fun, you know. I had a lot of fun making my emotes. You know, it's a good time. And I don't know. You guys need to follow Penguini though if you want to see some good Clash play and some good Clash content. He's a great streamer. He's very supportive of the community. Matter of fact, I think you're my first sub, Penguini. I think you came into my channel and subbed, and I think you're #1. I think you got the first badge, and you're like my first badge. So you're like the first person to sub to me. I appreciate you. A couple chest bumps for you, buddy. Made me feel good. Still does. It's awesome. That's what you want to do. Oh, I lost the ball out the side. It wasn't my fault. That's how it bounced. Dang, I had that going pretty good, and then I got a bad roll. It came out of here and then went right out. Nothing I could have really done, unless I was shaking the game at the time. But it had spin on the ball, so it hugged that rubber. And it was spinning this way and went right out. So I doubt even if I shook it, it would do anything. It's kind of the randomness of pinball. Loop shots in with the upper flipper. We got dancing digits going away though in like 3 seconds, so I didn't really do good on that. All too low. long shot hitting those targets. Slide another mode. Go behind the handyman. Oh, I missed a shot. And when you hit the pop bumpers, which are right here, each hit has a certain amount that you got to hit. Like it starts out with 50 and it adds guests to your park for the Roller Coaster Tycoon park. I guess I should go over all the rules of the game. That'd be kind of neat to have on the screen. So when I first got this machine, I figured out all the rules, and I wrote a rule sheet that I posted up on Pinside that tells you all the rules of this game. Kind of did it for the pinball community. At least all the rules I know, but I was pretty damn thorough. I think it's like, I don't know how many pages it is. And on Pinside, someone that spoke French translated French for me. Just like 3 years later, they're like, hey, would you like this in French? You know, I don't want to steal your work or whatever, but I can write it in French and then we can post it. So it was pretty neat. I met them. They were neat people. And they translated all to French. I'm like, sure, yeah, it's for the community. And so that was pretty neat. And then I got some emails from people that were French. And they're like, thank you for writing it and stuff. It was a pretty cool experience. Extra ball jackpot, but I lost the multi-ball. Not bad, but not good either. Yeah, but if you go on Pinside.com and you search Roller Coaster Tycoon rules, you'll see my thread on it, and you can pull up the rules to it. There's a whole long PDF on it, and then on that thread, it's a forum, right? A forum group website. Anything you ever want to know about pinball, that's the website to go to. Is Pinside.com. You want to learn about buying machines? There's a classified on there. You want to learn about fixing them? You can start a thread on a specific topic of your pinball machine. It's a really cool community. What am I supposed to do? Dump the dummy. Hold on, let me dump the dummy once. Oh no, I can't get the ball. There, I got a one shot. I like the animation. Yeah, taking notes. I like that emote. Carbon has good emotes. You have good emotes too. I like emotes, man. I'm a big fan of emotes. I like mine so far, but they are amateurish a little bit, you know. I mean, I just learned how to do it myself. But I'm getting better. I improved a lot of my emotes. So you can see them, the readability's a lot better, so. I'm trying to theme them pretty much with in line with pinball with my name and stuff like that. That's why I have that's why I got the pop bumper win mode. Got that one, pinball. Here's my bits emotes or pinballs. You got bronze, silver, gold. I think that's cool. This is a pinball DMD, my height. It's supposed to look like the DMD. I don't know if people could really get that yet, though. I gotta work on it a little bit more. Got my neon rip sign. Yeah, I'm having fun with it. It's just fun. You know, I got my 3-star for Clash, the animated emote I made, the flipper. Oh, it's rebooted. I have a loose connection that I gotta solder. I think that's why it's doing that. Hopefully I don't have to open up the back box and reset that. But I could do that. You guys want to see what's inside the back box? Here's what makes the pinball. This is pretty neat. behind the scenes to inside a pinball machine. All right. So this is what makes it run. I have a cold solder joint like up on one of these connectors. I can't remember exactly where it is, and that's what's causing that reset. That's what it's freaking out a little bit because it needs to be fixed. Maybe if I jiggle it a little bit. Just jiggle those a little bit. Maybe it'll stop it. So here's your DMD and the speakers right here. This is your main power driver, or this is the power driver board. Matter of fact, I don't even know anymore what it is. Yeah, this is your power driver board. This is what regulates all the power for the playfield. This is like pretty much the game ROMs and stuff are in here. And then, yeah, this is for the DMD board. And these are the speakers that are in there. And there's a speaker in the bottom too. Let's open up the bottom. Let's show you what it's about. Get this back in right. What's it hanging on? Hanging on something. Let me move this cord. There we go, that just sits there. I'll put the back glass back on. Put the back glass on so it doesn't glare as much. And we'll open the playfield. It's pretty neat to see the underside of a playfield. So we'll do that too. And I'll reach out before I do that. Let's see what's up. Oh yeah, now let's look at the inside. This is pretty impressive too. Might have to move it. Let me move it back. I gotta slide out the playfield glass, so I'm just gonna move it back. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh man, that is a little stiff. So this is the lockdown bar. So you slide out the glass. Let me go set this somewhere safe so it doesn't explode on me. It's tempered glass. We can put it right here on a treadmill. Like that. That's a good spot for it. Bring it back. Bring it back. I want to put this up and I want to pop up these balls. Oh. Let me see if it looks like this. Show you the underside. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in here. Put this slides out. Slides out. Sets right here. Let me turn on the lights. Does that lighten it up better? And then you should take out the balls. Like this. I'm just manually shooting the balls up into the ball shooter lane. There, it has four. This game has 4 balls. You can get 4 balls going at once in it. I'll set these down right over here. And here you go. We'll show you guys the inners. Look at all the wires. Some fell out. Oh. One of the flasher covers came off, must have been on there loose. That's all. But look at the underside. This is the underbelly. Has a power transformer here. We got some stuff in here. Manual. There's a speaker here. Right? The cash box is here where all the coins go into. And there's a power, you know what it's called. Where you plug it in, goes in there and brings all the power to into the game. And there's a transformer that converts it. This goes on the glass and you put your quarters here. Yeah, but look at all the wires. They used to say there's a mile of wires in a pinball machine. I never really thought of how much goes into one. Oh yeah, it's quite a bit. It's a lot. So I'll go in here and clean it like I usually come in here. You can vacuum out some of this stuff that it has in the game from just playing it or whatever. And then this is like a subway, so when you shoot the shot across and it falls onto the playfield, this is how it moves the ball around into the kick out that was coming at the flipper. There's only one subway in this game. A lot of games have multiple. We're set. Let me see what the view is of this. If I go like this a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot into it. So like here's the subway. When you shoot in here, it'll go in that plastic subway and come down and get ready to go into this kick out here. That kicks it out towards the flipper. Yeah, so to put it back, you push it back to it stops right there, and then you got to come over here. You pull it over this little loop, which is a stop one, and now it's in. Now you just slide it in. Slide it in like that. You want to make sure once it gets in position, because I haven't messed with it in a while. There it goes. And then you want to make sure that it's slid over a little. So when the ball goes, for the plunger, so it doesn't hit this little side, which is like an automatic little thing. Let's see if I can jump over just a little bit more. That's pretty good. And yeah, that's pretty much the game. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty neat. Behind the scenes of a pinball machine. There is a lot that goes into it. I'll get the glass back on. I have some flyers of other games. I have some, this is an under cabinet flasher kit that I need to install on it. Basically it has LED lighting like this, and you plug it into the game, and certain things will add the effect of lights hitting the bottom of the floor, or your floor. So I'll throw this in here. Then I have some pinball flyers. These are actually to give to some people that I picked up at a show, some of my friends. So I have them here to give it to them. Just haven't been down there. There's some collectors around where I live that have like multiple machines, and we get together and have pinball nights. It's been a little while though. Everybody kind of backed off. Then I'll put the glass in here. You gotta be careful. You don't want it shattering. Slide it in. We'll open this. We'll get the lockdown bar back on. Like that. Pull it back, I'll plug it in. Fire it up again, we'll play a few more games. There we go. Yeah, there's quite a bit into it. Actually, this is older. This is like the tech of 2003, I think they made this game. It might have been 2002 or even 2001 when they made this game. Oh, okay. Gotta put the pinballs in, right? Hold on. You need to put that flasher thing on. Put this flasher on. It fell off right here on this. Hold on, put the pinballs in. Get my fingerprints off the pinballs with it in. Now it's happy. What's pinball without pinballs, right? Yep, I just put it on. It was right here. I did it when I put the balls in right now. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into these games. It's pretty impressive. And so Williams used to make a lot of machines in the 90s, and Bally used to make a lot. They even combined for a while, Bally Williams. And then Williams closed their pinball department, and they went over to slot machines. So if you're in Vegas or anywhere that has slot machines, good chance you're playing a Williams slot machine. They're really popular in that scene now. They were one of the better manufacturers. Stern did a lot too. And Stern was barely holding on and they weren't really charging enough for a new machine. They didn't like raise the prices. They thought it would kill their business. And really what happened is when pinball was not on location, there was still a falling, and like all the people that played pinball as a kid, they want to get back to their roots of what they liked as a kid. So they started buying them for home and started having home collections. So Stern held on because of that, became like 50% of their market, believe it or not, over arcades. And then they held on, and then another company came along that was a Stern pinball distributor. Jersey Jack is his name. He made his own pinball company, and he said, hey, Stern was kind of making dummy down games that didn't have a lot into them. They were stripped down. They were just trying to scrape by. And Jersey Jack came along and made like a full, yeah, it keeps resetting. I gotta fix that. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing it. I gotta solder that. So Jersey Jack came out and started making a machine that had all the bells and whistles of like old pinball machines, and he did really good. He charged a lot. Like he started charging like $7,000, and Stern's like, oh, we're charging way too much. We're only charging $3,500. So they raised their prices, increased their gains. Pinball started getting really popular. They started having like bar arcades now with pinball machines in it, and arcade machines in a lot of places. Like there's a really big one in Portland, Oregon, and there's some in New York too. I can't remember the name of them. Well, one went out of business. But anyway, there was a big resurgence of pinball. And so now there's like 5 different manufacturers of pinballs, and it's real popular. Yeah, pretty cool. Yep, I put the cap back on. Thanks for reminding me. See if we can get another game in. See if that reset issue is going to go away or not. Nah, it's resetting. Yeah, I got to figure that out. Yeah, this might cut my stream short. I need to get, dang, I kind of forgot about that issue. Can't remember which connector it was. I just got a cold solder joint, so I think if I jiggle it around, I'll be able to get it. I just don't remember which connector it was. But I can figure out what connector it was because I was talking to a guy on email, so I can look at my email history. That might do for a little bit, but it'll be an issue until I solder it, get the solder joint fixed. Let's see if that'll do it. Yeah, it's just cold solder joints happen. So you just gotta reflow the solder, which is real easy. Just take a soldering gun, touch it to the solder joint, and just let it reflow, and then you're done. It's not something hard to do. Yeah, that's easy enough. You know, I bought this game new, and I've had to do very little maintenance to it besides cleaning. Things that have gone wrong with it or whatever, it's been very minimal. So if you buy them new, they're in the home use, you don't really break them. About the only thing you get finicky is there's little switches that tells the ball where it's at. Like right there's a little black switch on this little piece of this, metal or whatever. And what that does is there's a little gate that flips up when the ball goes under it, and then it registers that switch. I've had to replace maybe like 3 switches on this machine total, and then just a few lights. Like I have a light out here, which is real easy. I should have shown how to do it on underneath, but you just screw out a light bulb and put another light bulb in. It's real easy. This machine, I bought it new, and it was somewhere between 2001 and 2003. So I've had it for 20 something years. So a long time. I'm not hitting any of the shots. It's comical. It's comical how bad I'm playing right now from how I used to be. Holy moly, I'm so bad. I am so terrible right now. Yeah, it's cool. Now I hit that shot. A little late. Something broke. Piece of plastic. Where'd that come from? That's what was in the playfield too. It's like off a pop number. It's off one of those things. I can see a piece of the plastic broke off. That's crazy. See it shooting around? You probably can't see it in the photo, but yeah, I need to do a thorough cleaning of this and get anything that's broken like that replaced. It's you can buy any of the parts though. It's not like a big deal. And they make these machines to be pretty easy to be worked on. About the only thing I don't mess with so much is the electronics anymore. I messed up an old pinball machine trying to mess with the electronics a little too deeper than my skill set. So I don't do that, but I'll do all the like mechanical fixes and replacing anything like that.
It's time to play Touch the Dummy.
Trying to get those targets up there. That's what dumps the dummy. It's called drop targets. So if you hit the drop targets, that dumps the dummy like that. There you go. That does it again. I hit the target again. Locking for multi-ball. There we go, hit the rocket shot. Now I come around here on the habit trail. That's what those yellow, blue, and red things are called, as habit trails. They're silver a lot of times on the machines that you play chromed out. Alright. Oh, shot it right into the side. There's a little flipper right here too. It's a 4 flipper game. So you get 2 basic flippers. You got a flipper up here that shoots up there and there's a loop shot around here at the top. You can keep going. And there's a flipper here which you're meant to shoot cross shot. Either hit these 3 eat targets which light up, or in there which lights up one of the, if you're familiar with the game, it had like hamburgers, fries, drink stalls. It's all the stalls that's for your park. So you light up all those and what's the last one? So you got a drink, a burger stand, cotton candy, fries, and the last one's a mystery, and it's sushi. It's kind of funny. So yeah, let me play out this game, and then I will go over just the basic, what the idea of this pinball machine is, what you're supposed to do for real when you're playing. I'll go over the modes. Most pinball machines have modes or quests that you need to complete to progress farther within the pinball game. A lot of people don't know that if they're not into pinball, but games are pretty deep, and you can get to the wizard mode, it's called, which is like finishing the game. So a lot of games, the wizard mode's crazy. Like when I had the Simpsons Pinball Party game, that game was very, very hard to get to the wizard mode. Yeah, there's quests. Most people don't. Most people just shoot the lights or whatever and just play. But there's a lot to this game. There's a lot of skill in pinball. They have world championships too, just like Clash. And they have a lot of competition leagues and stuff like that. It's really big. And it's gotten really bigger through the years. They have online leaderboards you can check out, which shows you have to compete in national tournaments, right? There's people that travel and compete all over the United States to play with. You can't just play. I can't just play at home and say, "Hey, this is my score," because it's not verified. Don't know the settings. Like you could tweak the game how easy it is and how hard it is. Let me do that. Let me just get out of this game. and we'll go over some of the quests in the game of this particular machine. Most pinballs have quests. They're usually represented like what they are by the lights. So I'll just leave it on. So let's go over these lights right here that are in front of the flippers are each quest that you want to do. They're modes. So if you compete to get to the wizard mode on this, you want to complete all these modes. I've done 2 of them. That's the solid lights of the 6 modes that are here. To start a mode is on this game you want to get behind this flipper. So you want to shoot through the bumpers, come around here, and land behind the handyman target. That'll start a mode. You'll play out the mode and finish it, and then you step through all the modes, and then you'll get to the wizard mode of this game. This game's pretty simple though, so usually these quests and mode starts and stuff like that are a little tougher than this game is here. This game's kind of a little bit easier to do. I mean, I can get to the wizard mode if I just really concentrate and play the game. So there's that, and there's other missions here too. While you're doing that, when you complete each one of these missions, it builds guests in your park, which is shown here. So right now, I have 4,585 guests in my roller coaster tycoon park. So hitting pop bumpers and stuff. And what you want to do is you want to increase that. So when you get to the wizard mode, and then you collect all the jackpots of the wizard mode, and then hit the super jackpot shot, it's multiplied by how many guests are in your park. So that's kind of how the scoring goes on this game. But most games, even from the 90s or whatever, each of them have modes like this, and you complete all the modes to get into the wizard mode. So yeah, those are like the modes or the quests of pinball. And this game, like, it's pretty simplified what you got to do. Because they kind of mimicked like building a park in Roller Coaster Tycoon, because that's the theme of this machine that they went. Pinball machines used to not be themed so much, but when they were struggling, they found that if they ran a theme, it increased their sales. So now pretty much a machine is always themed and has been since like the late 90s. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But now themes sell a lot. A lot of people have them in their home. They want a certain theme for in their house. They made a Harry Potter pinball recently. Jersey Jack did that. They've made Star Wars, Jaws, you name it. They made several Star Wars through the years. Jaws, Stranger Things. These are popular ones. What else is popular? They have a Dungeons and Dragons. They have, yeah, there's so many. Stern Pinball is probably the one that the manufacturer who made this is still the leader manufacturer in the amount of games that they put out to the market, and they do like 3 titles a year. So there's so many games. Foo Fighters. Excuse me, I can go on. There's just so many games that they put out. They usually do like 3 titles a year. They did a Jurassic Park. That's real pop. So some of the popular games, they did a Jurassic Park, a Godzilla recently, King Kong recently, that are really good games. Dungeons and Dragons recent. Jaws, like I said, is recent. They had 007, James Bond. There's so many. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just strain this ball.
It's time to play Toss Your
Yeah, cool. My wife probably killed me. I didn't clean the room up like I should have. Oops, sorry. Okay, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's addicting collecting pinball. Like people say, you start with 1 and they multiply like rabbits, and you have 7, But yeah, I do this. I don't know if you caught my little mini build of a MAME arcade cabinet. Basically, you can buy a Raspberry. Here's a cheaper option you can do. If you like old arcade machines, you can buy a Raspberry Pi for what, like 35 bucks, and you buy a little case for it, and they have Bluetooth. And you can download something called RetroPie onto the card, and then you download all your ROMs, which you can find onto the little SD card, and you can use an HDMI cable to your TV, and then you get a Bluetooth, like a PlayStation Bluetooth controller for it, and you can play all the arcade games, like 3,000 arcade games, all the old ones you remember: Pole Position, Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Frogger. Newer stuff too, you can get Space Ace on there, you can get Dragon's Lair, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, basically any arcade game that you've ever played all retro stuff. So that's pretty fun, and that's pretty cheap. You can get it set up for around $100. You know, for that plugs into your TV just to have fun. Donkey Kong, all those games, you know. Gorf, Gyrus. Yeah, you can do that too. So that's a good cheap way to get into like some of the retro gaming scene for a low price. NBA Jam, all those arcade 1-up games you get, all those are on there, and you can just run it through your TV. Golden Tee, you know. I don't know if you remember all those, if you played any of that, or if you're into arcade games back in the 90s. You're a little younger than me though. But it's still fun, you know. I have my kids playing Frogger and stuff like that. And then I made it. Let me go get my little mini counter real quick. Hold on. One second. Looking for a little cord plug for this because the battery's not charged. Yeah, be right there. Be right there. Yeah, let me plug this in. So this is just a different case. This has a Raspberry Pi in it. But I have it in an old Donkey Kong cabinet. And let me turn this on. It's just a micro thing, just I have just for a shelf or whatever. It's Donkey Kong. I built this on stream. I built like a couple streams. I built the cabinet, which is a kit, and then I bought the artwork to make it look like a Donkey Kong. Yeah. But this is what I'll show you. This has little controllers for here. You can hook a controller up to it or play on Bluetooth through this, and you can hook an HDMI cable to your TV. But they make little boxes, you know, with the fan in them for, you know, that you can buy with a Raspberry Pi. So this has like, I think I have like 100 games on here, maybe. Load it up, and I'll show you. I have 163 games on there. You can just download the ROMs and put them on individually, or they have ones that are already done for you. But I got tons of games on here. Let me show you. So I got like Centipede on here, and they make different control panels, like with a little steering wheel for driving games, a little trackball for those. You can also play with that. That's how this kit is. Let's put up Donkey Kong since we got Donkey Kong in here, right? Let's see if you can see. You know, with the screen, once it goes live, you'll hear it too if the volume's up. Let me see. So here's Donkey Kong, right? You put in a quarter, hit start, and you can play it. Like I said, you can mirror this to you can hook an HDMI to a TV and play the game on there with a Bluetooth controller, just sitting back on your couch. You can play all the old games. I just have it in here for just to have on my shelf, see? Can't even see where I'm going. So you can play Donkey Kong, and then you can go back out, and then like I'll show you another game. Or remember Frogger? I got Frogger on here, so we'll load up Frogger. Yeah, it's pretty sick, huh? I just basically have this to go up on my shelf just to reminisce. I have a Space Ace one that's dedicated to, and a Dragon's Lair one. I can go grab it. See, there's Frogger on there. There's Frogger. I'm trying to play it on my camera reversed on my phone. That's funny. Like that, and then you can. This has like Urimer Galaga and do you remember Gyrus? Did you ever play that in the arcade? Here's Gyrus. We'll load it. Excuse me. Do you remember this game? Did you ever play this in the arcades? You move around. Shoot. Yeah, I got all kinds of games. Championship Sprint. The old Sprint game. Do you remember the old Sprint game? Sprint 1 that used to have the 4 players and the wheels. That's on here. Yeah, you played Gyros. Yeah. Mr. Deuce Castle. These were popular, right? Miss Pac-Man's on here. Off-Road Challenge. Ivan Stewart's Off-Road Challenge. It's on here. Here, I'll load that up. People remember these games. You can play them all. And then if you have like a PlayStation Bluetooth controller and you play with the sticks or whatever, that works good. And then you can even buy a little controller with a steering wheel on it. I have one for this. So it's loading all the ROMs, see? Like when the game starts up. Let it load real quick. Let's see this. What's it saying? This game takes a little bit. Did you ever play this game? Oh, this is off-road. This isn't Ivan Stewart's. This is a different off-road game. This one doesn't run that well on here. I don't have that good of a Raspberry Pi, but this off-road game, but it doesn't run that strong on here. I wanted Ivan Stewart's. Hold on, I thought that was Ivan Stewart's. I think it's under I. I got Michael Jackson on here, Joust, Kangaroo. I got Iron Man. This is what I was trying to get. Let me get this. You probably remember this game. Ivan Stewart's Off-Road. Do you ever play this? You just click through this game. Like I said, I have a little steering wheel for this. Oh, I'm the red guy, I guess. Oops. Oh, anyway, that game. You ever play that? Yeah, that's what it is. It's just kind of reminiscent of that. I had a fun time in the arcade. Marble Madness, Millipede, all that stuff's on there. Moon Patrol. What else? Pac-Land, Pac-Man, Galaga. You can get all the fighting games if you played those, like Mortal Kombat and stuff. You can put that all on here. Popeye, even the old stuff. Pole Position, some Quicks, race driving, hard driving. That doesn't run too well on here. Rampage, Ramparts on here. Red Baron, Road Blasters, Road Runner. I got all Satan's Hollow, Scramble, Sinistar. I got tons. Sprint 1, Rear Sprint 1. Even the old games like this. Look. Pull up Sprint 1. I lost a little thing. I gotta tap it with a little glue or something. Remember this game? The old Sprint? And Spy Hunter. Do you remember Spy Hunter? That was an old game. You remember Spy Hunter? This game, do you remember this game? Oh, I crashed. No, this is an old game. This is when I was probably like 8 years old. So it was one of the early games. Star Trek, Star Wars, I'm sure you remember. Punch Out, Super Sprint. Right? This is probably more your speed. Super Sprint, Gauntlet, all those games. Any game you can think of, any arcade game you played, you can probably get it on your thing. Remember Super Sprint? Remember this game? You ever play that? Anyway, let me go show you another thing I got here. Let me go grab my other ones real quick. Yeah, you remember it? That's cool. Hold on. So New Wave Toys makes these cabinets. This kind of started it off. Do you remember Space Ace, the Laserdisc games? I have Dragon's Lair and Space Ace here. Let's let that fire up. I don't know if it's charged enough. Yeah, I need to plug it in. Hold on. I haven't charged completely. So I'll do that right here. Oh, it's lighting up. Drop it. So here's Dragon's Lair. Let me turn it up. Here's Dragon's Lair? Or this is Space Ace. Do you remember this game at all?
Space Ace, defender of justice, truth, and the planet Earth. Ace is being attacked by the evil Commander Borg.
So we got that one.
No way, Oracle Lady.
Then Dragon's Lair. Let's see if this has enough battery. Here's Dragon's Lair. We'll get that fired up too. Have you ever played Dragon's Lair? Do you remember when this came in the arcade scene? But this is New Wave Toys. They make these cabinets different from this. This is like a multi-machine one. They make them just with the games in it. Maybe have 2 or 3 games. Yeah. I used to play this Space Ace a lot. Let's turn that one off. I gotta get going pretty quick. I gotta go to my daughter's school. So Dragon's Lair, did you ever play this one or just seen it? I'll turn it up.
You control the actions of daring it.
Remember in the arcades when it was popular, they used to have a little TV on top? So people make like little arcade scenes with these games. Oh, Space Ace going on down there. You just seeing that as well? Yeah, it was popular. It was Laserdisc. It looked like cartoon graphics, so it was real popular when it first came out. Like that, but these are pretty cool. They make like Berserk. I have like a Berserk. I have a Centipede that are scaled like this, that are just dedicated. I have Asteroids one. Food Fight. I don't know if you remember that game. Here, we'll play one game. And I do. Actually, I'm not gonna. I gotta get going. I gotta go to my daughter's school. I don't want to be late. But anyway, I just want to say thanks for everybody hanging out with me and had a good time. I'm gonna stream Clash later on today, this afternoon. Probably around 2:30 my time. I'll do a Clash stream. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. I appreciate the follows. Thanks for diving in my world a little bit. And I'll see you guys this afternoon. Peace out, buds. Thank you for all the follows too. Thank you guys.